good time.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually showing what's on the cam. Oh, yeah, shit. We live.
We're live.
All right, everybody, we are live.
Sit down.
Who's the black guy with the mask?
Oh, sorry, that's me.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know I was in shot already.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know it was black.
What a shame.
There we go.
You're literally like Stevie Wonder. You don't know you're black. I mean, how would he know?
Yeah.
I mean, you could always. People could always tell him. Like, why would he believe him?
Yeah, why would he?
Imagine they tell him that the first time he just goes, "I'm what?"
Dude, wait, wasn't Stevie the Wonder? Okay,
Stevie the
Wonder.
You make him sound like a WWE fighter.
Stevie the Wonder.
Stevie the Wonder.
Wasn't Stevie Wonder the blind black man? Like, and there was like this little video, and he goes, "Man, thank God I'm not black."
Oh yeah, I've seen
and he's
and
like,
everybody starts looking around.
they're
Like,
going, do we tell him? Or?
do it, let him go.
For Dave Chappelle show.
Yes, yeah, dude, I love Dave Chappelle. He's funny as hell.
Yeah,
dude, I wanted to talk about that movie.
All right, yeah, fill us in, homie.
I have no idea what the name of this movie is. I genuinely don't.
Really?
That's all. I don't remember the name of it. It was kind of forgettable for the first 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so the premise of the movie is it's this British podcast host, right? And he's in the UK and he's in this building, and he has his podcast show where he's always talking like on the show, and then all of a sudden, these guys like he's talking on the podcast. And he goes like he's doing a set or whatever, and he said, "All right, and cut," and like it doesn't stop, and he's like, "And cut," and it doesn't stop, and he gets up and gets angry and starts like shaking on the door, right? And these guys in masks kick down the door and like put guns to his head and shit, and start telling him he's gonna do all this shit.
Oh shit!
And okay, if I don't know how to fucking even preface it to like don't watch the movie if you're into it because I don't know what the fuck it's called. But what ends up happening is his buddy comes in, and then the guys tell him in his headphones, you and your buddy, like your friend doesn't know that you're being held, that this is all hostage right now, like hostage situation. But your friend has to go along with this, and you need him to talk about this night that you're at this party. And it slowly starts to unravel that this guy his buddy actually raped someone at this party.
What?
And like the whole time he's like, I need you to talk about what happened, like, such and such that date. And his friend's like, why would you bring that up on air? And he starts getting his feelings hurt. And he's like, dude, sit down. And like the guy's like, no, we're not talking about that. And he starts getting up and he's like, sit down. And because he knows what's about to happen. And his buddy's like, no, fuck that. And he gets up and he goes up to the door and they kick down the door and they like smash his fingers with a sledgehammer. And then they go back into detail about it. And then long story short, he finally gets to the gist of it, and they were drunk and partying, and one of the guys actually did rape the girl, and he admits to it. And then the guy that was one of the guys in the masks was the boyfriend of the girl that got raped. It turns out
he was getting like fucking vengeance.
He kicked the door in with like I want to say it was a sledgehammer, and he beats the dude to death and kills him like in front of his friend.
Holy fuck!
Yeah. So long story short,
I wish I had a boyfriend that would do that for me. I'm just saying, that's a dude.
Long story short, at the end of the movie, this is fucked, and this is complete. If you're gonna watch the movie, I completely just spoiled everything for you. At the end of the movie,
it was the butler.
Shit's going crazy, like the whole thing's, and eventually the guy who was the host admits that he was there, and he claims it was to pick up his friend, right? And one of the girls got killed actually, and he's like,
shit.
I forget the situation. They've got a gun aimed to his head, or they're doing something. And like they're like, he's like, don't do it. And his daughter's in the other room. I've really fucking butchered the storytelling of this, but his daughter's through the glass, and they have a knife to her throat, and he's panicking, and he's like, I don't know what to do. I told you everything. And they have a gun aimed at him, and it's like last minute, and then he's like, I did it. I killed her, and it turns out he killed her and he raped her.
No.
And guess what?
What?
He lives. And he kills everybody else. Like long story short, he gets away from the whole situation, and he ends up killing each and every one of them. And he escapes. And the movie acts like he's the good guy.
Dude, no, you're a villain.
You're the fucking
villain.
At the end, I was like, I wish the dude in the mask got the fucking got the good end of the deal.
He should have got that.
Yeah,
that's just terrible.
And they made it seem like he was the good guy.
So much
and the movie ends, and the British dude goes back to work as usual. Like he's back in the studio. Everyone's clapping for him.
What lesson does that teach?
It tells you can rape and murder and get away with it.
Fuck that. Fuck
He said,
fuck that.
He said,
well,
bullshit.
you consider that is what he did to that girl.
He did.
Yeah.
But like, fuck that.
You said bullshit. like as if like you had raped and killed someone, but
I
you
didn't
didn't
get away with it, man. I got locked
It's
up
a
for
good
it. Dude, I got put in timeout for 20 minutes.
Dude, I
I know,
got
right?
locked up for life.
For
Bro.
20.
It's like, did you get locked up? Yeah.
Yeah,
for
life.
life. Like I'm still not out.
I still can't.
Dude, what?
That's the guy. That's the rabbi.
Is it?
Was that the rabbi?
Oh, we have To Catch a Predator playing in the background.
Yeah, we
Yes,
have
we
to
do.
catch a predator.
It is.
So I have to like jerry rig the crap out of this mic.
Yeah, no, I feel that, man.
I just
It's-
wanted to get
it's
it out
cool.
of my face.
Yeah, I feel that. I was trying to get the cord out of the way, but then it's like
Yeah.
entirely. I'll have it hanging down the middle, so both
Right,
sides
right.
are still-
Yeah. It's dividing
Yo, I'm
line.
actually really digging your
Segregation.
earrings, Kodjo.
We
Those are
gotta
fucking tough. I
get
like
mic
those.
control, like radio control under, like, because we're all talking over each other a little bit,
Yeah.
and not because it would be hard to understand, but just because it'll be hard to follow. You know what I mean?
If we had a better camera, we could post it up on the
That's
TV
my
over
next
there.
goal: is to get
Yeah,
a
it's
good
better
camera,
camera.
USB
Yeah.
camera, and like cling it up to there or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then we could like keep the fucking
'Cause I
mic
know that
low
we're
and point it
listening to
upward,
everybody.
Yeah.
like a desk mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot this mic can actually come out and be used like a singing mic. Thank God we're not drunk, because that would have been something I would have ended up doing by then.
you just take it off
Start
and
singing in
start
it.
singing like some trippy red.
Yeah. Trippy red, something.
She's driving me crazy.
I got it. Wow.
I'm a fucking
I never
horse.
saw him grab that cup. Has he gotten up since we got here?
Yeah, he got up to grab some.
I could have sworn he never walked.
Yeah.
You're losing it, bro.
I'm losing it.
Soaking up the water.
Soaking up the water.
Soaking up the thirst of the land.
Soaking up the water. Oh, you can't see the meme.
Damn.
It's a
Damn. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna turn the brightness up.
Acknowledge it.
There's 2 people watching.
2 people watching. Well, they're gonna see soaking up the water.
Oh, we have a chat. We can see what you guys are saying.
Soaking up the water. It's a frog. That's it.
All right.
That's
You
it.
can see what we can see what you guys are saying. So if you comment, we can.
Yeah.
I can respond there.
All right.
What are you doing?
Toes. That sounded so like.
Go to redbubble.com and buy a shirt.
Okay, good God.
It's all over.
It's
all the fucking
since he
parts.
typed toes, it's over.
He's like he's like warning me that it's all over while handing me. It's all over.
It's all over.
It's all shit. It's all gone to
It's
shit.
all
gone to
fuck.
shit.
It's all over.
It's all it's all over. It's all gone to shit.
You can't give it that quick. You gotta like harass him
I
for
gotta
like,
harass-
hey, it's all gone to shit, bro. It's
Dude,
all over.
I was like
It's all
when fucking I always forget his name. Murph was like he just keeps nudging on what's her face's shoulder. He's going, hey.
Hey,
Hey,
he hit me with a stick. Hey, he hit me with a stick.
I mean Murph from City.
No,
No,
He's
it's
like
the guy
the
who like was
Yeah,
that happened at the
next
shop.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah. He's one of
One of my dad's workers. Yeah. It was fucking funny. It was, hey, because I don't know who he was trying to harass, but they'd been drinking, so like they're having a hard time focusing on what
it
was
was
happening.
one
They
of
kept
Bob's daughters.
And it went on for like 30 seconds, and me and Jonathan started laughing. Like, what is going on?
What is
Like,
going
we're watching
on?
this happen in the distance. We're just hearing, hey, and like miscellaneous talking
Dude,
all
and he's
around.
doing it for fucking ever.
He did it for at least 30 seconds to a minute. And he's going, hey. And, you know, Murph nudges hard. Like, he's a small dude, but he's fucking strong. He's like shaking her around, going, hey.
Dude,
And then she looked over,
she
she was
said-
like, what? And he said, he hit me with a stick. And I was like,
you know the funny thing after all that? He didn't even get touched with the stick.
no, he didn't.
He didn't even get touched.
What stick were they even talking about?
It was something about your dad because we were all
My
making
dad did
cracking
touch him.
jokes.
Yeah,
Did he
yeah.
even touch him with it?
I don't think so. I think he threatened to, and then he like threw
Yeah,
it
and
or
then he just
something.
put it on the wood pile.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey.
What about the time that we're out right outside this door out here behind us? My dad's talking. He was like jokingly talking shit to Murph. Like, yeah, Murph. Like, it's easy for you to say because everyone's standing outside and he's in his car pulled up. Easy for you to say you're sitting there in your AC, all comfy. And Murph went, he had a cigarette.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, and like throws it on my dad's boot. And I was
Dude,
like, what are you
it
doing?
landed like maybe 2 inches
Yeah.
away from his boot, and he's like, your
He
dad
went-
just puts his arms out like,
What are you
he just
doing?
looks at him. Murph was enjoying the AC in the car.
Dude,
He's like,
he
I'm not
was.
coming out there.
No.
Respect the man who can properly vibe.
Yeah.
I think Murph might have passed the vibe check.
Yeah.
I think he did. Can you see who's watching right now?
How
Like,
about we
is there-
talk about no, it just gives you a number.
Oh, okay.
Oh, let me check. How about we talk?
Nah.
No. How
Okay.
about we talk about to catch up? I'm gonna let this go. How long was the old one?
The old one was about, I think, an hour and a half, maybe.
I'll let this run for an hour and 45
I can go check.
minutes. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna check real quick, and I'll see what the old
I want to talk about predators.
All right, that's okay. We can do this topic.
No, that's dangerous. Excuse me.
You sure?
What about predators?
Yeah, let's not.
Holy shit, guys! The podcast number 2 it's up right now. It's live.
Dude, we gotta end this right
Yo,
now. It's
Yeah,
live.
yeah, dude, it's
All right,
live. It's
we're getting
live.
off.
Holy shit!
Fuck, man.
I'm shit.
The bad thing about this whole setup is the mic is a disproportionate quality to the camera.
Yeah,
Like the
is
mic
decent
sounds
quality.
like it's like a
but-
6 or 7 out of 10, and the
The
camera
camera's
quality is
just,
like a
like,
4 or 5.
You know what you could do instead of
Turn the
just
lights on.
using a camera? You could like get a plaque or
The old podcast was an hour and 6 minutes.
Okay.
There we go. That's
Right now?
That's a little better. No, that's cool.
my
I
my
mean,
strange mole creature
Rip,
eyes.
rest in
If you're
peace,
the light.
anybody watching this in the dark.
I'm trying to think of how to make this where
I'm like-
everybody can be seen in
I'm
it.
like through your hands.
Here, Tyler, if you can scoot up a little bit, I'll scoot back a little bit. There we go. And then
The idea-
Kodjo, you scoot up.
My idea of this podcast is never to do it perfectly and professionally yet. I'm
like-
never gonna take shit out of the video. I'm always just gonna keep doing these rough takes until one day, maybe by like the 6th podcast, we'll have it down pat.
Yeah,
And all the little things
we got to
will-
be able to get into it first before we really know what we want.
All the little quirks will be worked out, like the camera angles and everything. That'll all have been dealt with.
I don't know for the camera angle. I think this one's exceptionally better than the last one.
Right.
I think so.
I could see.
How about we
through your
talk
hands.
about online predators?
Online predators. All right. So this one time, right?
Right.
I was talking to this little boy. He was my little brother, bro. And I was wishing him a happy birthday, so I said, "Happy birthday, bro." And he said,
Everybody
"Thanks,
just
man."
gets up and
Everybody starts
surrounding
beating up
Jonathan.
John for
Yeah.
wishing his little brother happy birthday.
Slam his head through the table.
Oh Jesus, Jack!
Just like
Jack
beat up
Dad
John
style.
for happy birthday. How dare you say happy birthday to him?
Son of a bitch.
You son of a how dare my mom or my dad?
Well, if I can ask how much titty meat you have, it's,
I don't got a lot, but there's a little bit.
I got.
Guys, there's a gas leak that I didn't tell you about. You're totally gonna know now.
Oh yeah, by the way, there's chemicals in the air and you're gonna die if you fall asleep. Tyler,
God
there's
damn
chemicals.
it!
We fucking harassed him about that one time. It was one of
Was
the
the
parties
first
we had.
time?
It
A
was
little-
one of the
little fucked up.
times in my okay. Let me take this shit off. We're in our office, in my office in the back, and we were watching a UFC event, and we normally watch them out here on this TV right behind the camera, but the TV where the Xbox was and we were watching it, it didn't get enough signal, so we decided to move it into the back, and we hooked up in the back. We had like 6 people in that room, that little tiny office, and we're all just sitting there, and everybody's watching the fights, and Tyler's falling asleep, and for some reason, I get the idea, and then I get John on board. Like before we start doing it, like I nudge him and like give him a little whisper or something, and I'm making up a song, and I don't know what possessed me to make this song, but it goes, Tyler, don't fall asleep. There's chemicals in the air, and Tyler was
You're
so
gonna
drunk.
die if you fall asleep.
And high.
He was so high and drunk that he actually
He started freaking. He was like,
out.
"Man, we're gonna die. Like,
Yeah,
there's chemicals in the
yeah,
air."
like, dude, relax. There's no chemicals.
And then
Like,
the moment
we-
I calmed down a little bit, you started doing it again.
We narrowly escaped like a reactor meltdown. For a second. Like,
So, Tyler, how do you feel about chemicals being in the air and you are going to die if you fall asleep?
I don't know, what kind of chemical would that be?
what
It's
was
because you
that?
were burning a water bottle, and I was like,
That's what it was.
No, it was the,
I
it was the
was
paper plate.
No, it wasn't the paper plate. It was the water bottle. The paper plate was.
That was a
later.
different time. Yep. Okay, you're right.
You guys want some totally THC gummy bears? They're 100% THC. They're definitely not just regular organic gummy bears.
I will take a regular. THC gummy bear, please. Thank you.
Yeah. Totally 100,000 milligrams of THC.
Yeah.
That would send you to the shadow realm.
Dude, that would like damn near kill you.
That
bro.
would be worse than acid and fucking shrooms at the same time.
Yeah. For real.
Good night.
Good night.
Did you
Forever.
guys, did anyone notice? That's a
That's a peach ring.
peach ring, and that's what they're called.
There's a fucking peach ring on the water bottle.
Peach ring.
Don't ask us about it because we won't tell.
Paycheck bastard.
Watch you be, you little fish bastard.
I'm gonna fucking suck the fish.
Fish egg bastard.
Yeah, fucking sack the fish. I'm gonna put the fish in my cock.
Oh, you dog.
Oh,
You disgusting.
what do you guys
wanker.
want to talk about?
Well, we were talking about predators.
We were talking about predators.
No, we were
I wanna
talking
talk
about
about
talking
G.G.
about
Allen. I wanna
predators.
tell you
We
guys
still haven't
about
said anything
G.G.
about
Allen.
them except for the bad. They are bad.
Hey, he gave me a stick.
I'm gonna tell you guys the Ballad of G.G. Allen.
I don't know what that is.
Right. So to give you some backstory, G.G. Allen, his real name was not G.G.
Who's G.G. Allen? Like,
All right.
Yeah,
you're
not
telling us
is he a
something about him, though.
musician?
He was a musician, yes.
Okay,
Okay.
it's a good start.
So he was a
No,
musician,
dude, that's
but
200,000 milligrams of THC. You'll die.
You'll
no,
die
no,
with a THC over.
I'm trying to
No,
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
I'm trying to set up his
I don't know if
backstory.
anybody's ever had enough money to get enough weed to have that much. You know.
I mean, we could ask
Well,
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I don't think he'll answer, but we can still ask him.
Anyway, G.G. Allen
Oh, yeah.
was born Jesus Christ Allen, born in the woods of New Hampshire to a hyper-religious father who believed that God had come to him in a dream and told him his son was going to be a great leader. Hence the name Jesus Christ Allen.
And did he ever become a great leader?
Yes, he did.
Oh,
But not in the way his dad would have hoped.
what is it?
Well, I gotta give some background, of course. So
Right,
Gigi was the reason why he was called Gigi was because his older brother couldn't say Jesus Christ because he had a speech impediment.
Mhm.
So he started calling him JJ, and it got changed to Gigi over time.
What? So your fucking wrist, bro?
Oh,
Damn.
shit.
Yeah, I can hear that.
Yeah, I can
It's
do
still
that.
not 100% back to normal. For
Dude,
sure.
my knees do that sometimes. So do
Yeah.
my ankles.
My neck.
I fucked up my knees.
Kodjo goes, my neck does that. Look.
It was
And falls over on the table. Oh shit! Like the whole podcast is brought to a
Wait,
halt.
I
Like,
go, whoa, whoa, whoa.
we were
The mic
watching To
falls
Catch
over.
a Predator. Why was Michael Jackson on screen a second ago?
Was that an ad?
Because he's a
we don't
he's
go
the king
there
of
on
pop,
this podcast.
the king of pop.
The king
The
of pop. It's
King
real
of
to me,
pop.
damn it!
It's real.
It's still real to me, damn it!
There's chemicals in the air.
They're still real to me, damn it!
There's
I
still
gotta
chemicals in the air, damn it!
We're gonna die if we fall asleep.
Jesus, man.
All right, we got a new rule. We don't do that whenever there's cans on the table.
Especially 'cause
every
the-
single time it spills.
Especially because the mic is attached to the table, so that vibration 100%
Yeah,
went into the
yeah,
mic.
totally.
Yeah.
Actually,
Sorry
it's
to
connected
anyone
by
else
rubber
listening.
bands. It
Oh,
might
Maybe-
not have
maybe
been.
not.
That might have saved it.
It might have.
I
That
got a
might be
joke.
what that's for. So when you drop something on the table,
Possibly.
you know.
I got a joke for you guys. So, what would you guys call a chicken cutlet?
A chicken cutlet.
Chicken cutlet.
So you and your girl on the beach, right? You're
Uh,
fucking, and your dick slides out.
Hold on, wait. What the hell are we talking about?
This just
I
snowballed.
was
Rick, what the
talking about
fuck's
G.G.
going on?
Allen.
Me and John were on like a roll. I'm not even like dissing you guys. It was just like me and John were on a roll with something, and I already forget it because then he started talking about a guy who was born in the woods and thought Jesus was told him to become like or something like
His
that.
dad
His
called him
dad
that.
told him to become a fucking hero or like
A great
a
leader.
great leader. That's what it was. And then Kodjo starts talking about fucking on the beach. Can we get back to like a topic that we can all contribute
All right,
to?
I do have a question at least. What the fuck does fucking on a beach have to do with a chicken cutlet?
Watch. You put it back. Once the sand gets on your dick, you put it back inside. That's a chicken cutlet. Get it?
In the
Right.
words of
Wait a
Anakin
minute.
Skywalker, I hate sand. It's coarse, it's rough, and it gets everywhere.
Uh-huh.
In the words of me, what the fuck are you talking about?
In the words of
I'm
Wes,
glad we got
the
some
fuck are
comedic
you
mileage
talking
out of
about?
this fuck up.
At least you got some breading on that chicken.
Ow?
Kodjo,
First
like,
off-
I just watched Kodjo look the camera into its soul. Like, he was like,
Dude,
at least the chicken. I was like,
dude, after Kodjo like death stares the camera and like some Looney Tunes theme starts playing, it goes ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Yeah. Like it's
yeah.
what?
My rant about fucking on the beach and my dick getting sandy and becoming a chicken cutlet was all just in the sake of good fun.
Totally didn't happen.
Kodjo.
Kodjo goes, well, I have a confession.
He goes, well, I have a confession. She got a UTI and she died. I was like, oh.
Oh.
That escalated quickly.
Hey, you ever heard of the pirate?
Hey, before we
pirate.
get off track any further, I wanna say something to our viewers and anybody who might see this.
All two of them?
Hold on one second.
Thanks, Mom. I appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Mom and Dad.
Thanks, Dad. You know.
Your dad watching this Beyond the Grave, proud of you.
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah. Oof.
Damn it, Daddy.
Who's that again? Kodjo, are you my dad?
Maybe.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks for watching.
Colossal oof.
Colossal.
Happy Father's Day to me, everybody. Yeah.
It's not even Father's Day.
Leo, you missed the
That's
window a little bit. Maybe by a couple weeks.
That's like the Ghetto Boys. It wasn't even close to
It wasn't
Halloween.
even close to Halloween. Oh
Dude,
God!
so I'm messaging one of our viewers right now, Kaylee, right? And so she said, I just messaged her like, hey, I just wanted to see if she was watching. And then she says, I can see you, right? And then I go, no, you don't. And then she says, yes, I can. I said, no.
Anyway, what I was
Go
trying to
ahead.
talk to the viewers is this episode is sponsored by Quest Cookies and Cream Protein Bars. Quest, the only sponsor that doesn't actually sponsor us. That is all. That's a word from our sponsor.
So now a word from our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends.
No, fuck Raid. Okay, Raid Shadow Legends. I'm gonna diss on them for a second. Unless you guys pay me, then I'll be like, yo, this is the best game ever. I've played Raid Shadow Legends, and I can honestly say the ads just upplay it so much. Like,
Yeah,
just
they really do.
be realistic with your ads, and I'll like the game a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like, you guys just kind of give me a bad taste in my mouth.
But if
It's
you're
not giving
talking
what you
about
promised.
if you're talking about something you're proud of, which the developers are proud of the game,
Right.
you would upsell it, right?
You know what?
You know
yeah,
what?
you got a point.
So, and
No,
if
you're
if you have a big ass dick,
the most powerful dick
in
in the world.
Wouldn't you say it's the most powerful dick in the universe?
Yeah.
See, I would be humble
listen,
at least, and I would go, I've got a pretty
Hey,
powerful dick.
No, I would go. You know what?
Hey, look.
You know what? It might not be the most powerful dick in the world, but
It's a dick.
But no, wait, but it's the most powerful dick on this side of the hemisphere.
Joe, listen
okay.
to me. Joe.
Joe!
Joe,
We
listen to me.
need to understand. My dick resonates.
My dick can resonate.
My dick would be as smooth as a cue ball to you.
If you said my dick in any direction, it will arrive there in 45 minutes or less.
Just like that.
Really?
And destroy the entire city. So just like that. There's the city.
How do you figure?
Oh, Joe. Joe. Because I've got this big ass dick.
The most powerful dick in the world.
That's gotta
big
be-
ass.
That's got to be one of the best edits of any
Dude, fucking Emily messaged me too, and she said I can see you. So I'm just gonna go, no, you can't. No, you can't.
If you're actually watching this, put something in chat.
Yeah, put F in chat.
Put F in chat. The pair of springs.
She just messaged me, said, yes, I can.
No, you
No, you can't.
This podcast has been a roller coaster of funny jokes and a shit show.
Yeah,
I feel
that's
like
why
that's
it works.
probably gonna be
It's
how
like a
most
roller
podcasts
coaster
roll.
through the mud.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like-
Still having fun, but it's
It's
a
like
little
you're
messy.
having fun when you're doing the loops and when you're hitting speed, but every now and again it just hits the fucking mud and you go like 4 miles an hour and you're just in the shit.
Someone actually put.
It's like Splash Mountain, but with just mud.
Thanks for the F in the chat.
I appreciate it.
Hey, we got an F in chat. Press F
Pog.
to pay respects. You say Pog?
Yes.
Okay. May
using
I
too much
ask you
Twitch
guys a question? I don't know if this is appropriate for the podcast, but I see the word poggers on memes everywhere. Can somebody please care to explain to me what a pogger actually is?
Pog is play of the game. It was it's Twitch vernacular. A lot of people use it in memes. Now.
Play of the game.
Yeah,
I'm not
POG.
usually-
It's just
Oh,
POG.
Okay, so they just don't
Because
use the. But like, if it's POGGERS, is that like people who have won play of the game?
No, it's just like nice.
So if you say poggers, that just means nice.
Yeah.
I really hope
Excellent
that you're
word.
telling me the truth, and I don't go in some meme chat and go poggers, and they go, "How fucking dare you?"
I am
Like, I
telling
really
you the
hope
truth.
so.
If I wasn't telling you the truth, you would have figured it out by now.
I thought it was warm ranch.
But how do I know that that's not a lie?
You don't. You have to trust me.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna trust you.
Well, if you're not Irish or Scottish, maybe you can eat a raisin bran cereal. I don't know.
What the fuck are you talking about?
They're after me, Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms.
I'm definitely glad I put the mic on this side of the table.
Yeah.
This side of the table, it's like the volume increases as you come over here.
Hey, Kaylee put F2.
We need to make the
Hey,
table
two
a
Fs in
little
the
bit.
chat.
We need to make the table a little bit longer, and then have like 2 more people at the end that are even louder.
Yes.
And then we'll
to
have
kinda
2 on
balance it
this
out.
side that are like, guys. Like, no, we'll have some like average talkers on the very end, and then at the very, very end, right next to the mic, like they'll be so close to the mic that they'll be out of view of the camera, and you always just hear them go, guys, I think we should do this. And like they just always get like over blasted by Kodjo at the end of the table.
And that was the ASMR portion for any of you that are fans of that, because if you're fans of that, you're fucking weird. I'm just gonna say it. You're weird. I'm a fan of ASMR sometimes too.
I feel like you're
That's just
addressing the camera a little too much. It feels like more of like a.
See, I'm more used to doing the YouTube videos than I am doing a podcast.
Right.
So that's just like almost
like a
second
radio
nature.
show type almost.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a radio show. Like the camera is like it'd be better if the camera was recording, but we couldn't.
But
see
like
what
it was
we were
off.
doing.
I could feel that. Yeah.
To be honest, I originally thought the setup would be like we're at the table, we've each got headphones, and
like have that's the setup. I
that's like
definitely
the-
wanna
That's
have.
the eventual.
That's like
the
a
American
money
dream.
issue.
That's the American. You could
dream.
argue that's the American dream.
You're very good.
Speaking of which, tell them the story about the American dream. Yeah, both of you guys, because you
Okay.
guys were the biggest.
It
players
all
in that one.
started
I'll
when I was born. No, it was it was about within the window of 3 to 4 months, 3 to 5 months ago.
It was before quarantine. It
Yes.
was like a week before quarantine.
So I'd say it was definitely more than 4, less than like 7 in that window. And we had tabs of acid, and we wanted to give Tyler his first acid trip.
Hey-o.
So for some reason, the idea came to our mind is, why don't we take Tyler to the best, most, well isolated, most calm, quiet environment, so that when the acid hits, he's not overwhelmed. And what better place to not get overwhelmed than to go to the Christiana Mall with about 500 stores in it.
Yeah.
So then we went there.
Just to keep things simple,
Yeah, just to keep things calm and relaxed. So he could have a nice smooth ride. And so anyway, almost 3.5 freakouts later between all 3 of us.
I started freaking out at the table.
After the wall stopped curving sideways in a straight hallway, we sit down at these massage chairs. The massage chairs you always have by the exits, and the double doors everywhere. And we had Tyler over here, and we all took a seat. We're like, hey, let's just relax for a minute. Let's just try to calm down a little bit. Let's just try to cool off. And we all sit down, and Tyler sits down first, and Jonathan's still standing. I sat down, and I'm sitting kind of sideways so I can see both of them, right? And Tyler sits down and presses the button, and it just starts massaging.
I didn't even press the button; it just did it automatically.
And then
For real?
Then it did it automatically. He just sits in it and starts massaging him, and I go, bro, dude, that's cool as shit. Like I thought those things were like out of commission, and he was like, no, man, they work. And I just thought he put $1 in it. And as it's nearing an end, it's going bzzz, and it started to shut down. I was like, dude, how much did that cost? And he said, dude, I didn't put any money in that. And I already was starting to laugh. And he stands up and he looks over, and the dollar slot like shoots out a $1 bill. And me and Jonathan just start laughing hysterically. Like, what the hell just happened? And to top it all off, Tyler hits us with this line as he opens his wallet and tucks the $1 bill in. He goes, that's the American dream.
He got a massage for free
goddamn-
while tripping on acid, and it spit $1 out on it.
Like, even without the acid, just the idea of you got massaged and paid for it.
Yeah.
You got paid
That's like
for
getting your
massaged.
dick sucked and you got paid by the hookers. Like, that's like, you just
That's the American dream.
that's
Yeah, that is the
Damn, man.
American dream.
I wish I could do that. If not, I wouldn't be so broke all the time.
exactly.
No offense, Kodjo, but he charges pretty damn steep.
his pay scale is pretty steep after 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes. If it's before 5 minutes, usually he gives me this coupon for like a free bag of oranges.
A free bag of oranges and every 4th bag of free oranges, you get an extra bag of free apples.
Like Granny Smith, or are they like red apples?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him. He's the apple guy.
He's the apple dealer.
This crumb.
He's the apple
They've been
orange
sold to the black
dick sucker.
market.
This
The
particular
black
crumb has bothered me for a minute.
one.
And now let's go.
Let's
Now
fucking
let's-
go, boy.
You know, that might have been me from earlier,
Crumb.
so I apologize.
I will return.
Was just a
No,
crumb. of
and
coochie.
after that, we never saw Wesley again. To this day, we still wonder what happened to him.
He went
Yeah.
to the nether.
Sometimes I feel like I can still hear his voice.
I can still see him sometimes.
I
when
can
we're in the
still
shop.
feel his presence. Oh my God! What was that?
And there's your can
all right,
opening
so-
ASMR,
let's tell
everybody.
the story about the golden
The
Colorado.
So we were at the shop one time with our buddy Jack, and he's opening the fridge and he grabs a beer out. Meanwhile, these are the beers that Wes's father had just bought for
Just
for
an
like
occasion.
personal use,
Yeah, yeah.
just kind of thing. And he takes this beer out and he goes, to Golden, Colorado.
And he's right around the corner, so we can't
So
see
we
him.
can't
We
see
just
him.
hear him go, the Golden Colorado. And I look down in the fridge and I see a one missing. And I know my dad had only had one.
Mhm.
And I see another one missing. And I knew that that's what he just had. I said, I
So-
turn to the door and I go, Jack, no! And I hear,
To Golden, Colorado.
Golden
Jack,
Colorado. Like, he
no!
said it's so happy. You can just picture like the ear to ear grin on his face as he cracked open and went, to Golden, Colorado. And I go, Jack, no! I mean, long story short, my dad didn't really
No,
care.
yeah, he didn't mind. It was
No.
like just out of respect thing. We weren't going to touch him, but he really didn't. He didn't mind. It was cool.
I'm glad he didn't mind.
He ended
Oh,
up
yeah,
leaving that. He ended up leaving the six pack. Or
The
The
rest of
beers,
the
yeah,
form. Yeah.
You mean this one?
yes.
Yeah, that smile. Show the camera, please. This is
Look at this handsome young man.
to Golden, Colorado. Look at this
That's really
handsome
mean.
young whippersnapper.
To Golden, Colorado.
The Golden Colorado. To the road to Colorado.
I need.
So whatever makes us happy. Porn.
Wait, what?
Cheers.
Wait a minute. I just heard whatever makes us happy, and I was like, what?
But
What is-
porn. I knew that you weren't gonna hop on, so I just wanted to make it as awkward as possible.
Yeah,
Just like
you should
you
have done
didn't
like
even-
really slow and go, yeah, buddy.
Dude, that's such a Jack type beat.
That is a
Yeah, type beat, bro.
Oh yeah, so we ended up getting this habit. I know you guys are filled in. Pretty much because of all the type beats out there, like on YouTube and SoundCloud,
Home
just all
Depot
that
type
the
beat.
Home,
McDonald's
dude, the Home
19
Depot
type
type
beat.
beat's my favorite.
McDonald's type
So
beat.
now whenever it's a meme, like we see like a real life meme, we just call it a something type beat. So
Yeah.
a lot of times when we see something that Jack would do, we just call it a Jack type beat. Or
So
like
if for example, if Kodjo uses the word ridiculous a lot, and then we laugh about something that has the word ridiculous involved, but that's a Kodjo type beat.
Mhm.
That's
Right.
how you would use it in a sentence.
Right.
So anytime you do something that would be like a Jack type thing to do, you call it a Jack type beat.
Yeah.
And that's the history of the type beats.
the great history of type beat.
Everybody has to put their I don't think Tyler has his mask.
Rest in peace, Tyler. There's chemicals
There's
in
chemicals in
the
the
air.
air, bro.
Oh, goddamn, there's a gas leak. Well,
Like making
It's like that meme, like game leaks. Like
Yeah.
something dies. No, gas leaks. We're going to die. I know.
I love the idea that someone says, we're all going to die, and someone just goes, yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Like you have
okay.
no care in the world.
Yeah.
All right, that
I've
sounds
made
like
my
fun.
peace.
for
I feel like we
example,
look like badass action hero. Well, actually, I just kind of look like a Mexican carpenter, but a lot of people
I feel
typically
like Kodjo just looks like a rapper because he's like flexing with the golden earrings. So he's got the mask on. Like I feel like, and his hair's kind of
like
fresh.
as if this was a
you know?
studio, we'd be using Kodjo's rap
If
studio.
you were a superhero, you would be like Mexican Odd Job.
Bro, if you were a superhero, you'd be handyman.
Oh God, I forgot all about that. Isn't that the show with the little wrench bullshit?
Yes,
Show
yes,
the
and
kid.
all his
Mandy.
tools talk.
How about we talk
I don't
about
speak
this?
Spanish.
All right,
Let's-
what's up?
Let's keep it very civil in terms of the politics involved. Let's only call
This is
something
a
out.
thin rope to cross.
Let's talk
Very
about
much
the thing that's like no matter what side you're on is undisputably ridiculous,
Okay,
and that's the fact that Paw Patrol is almost getting canceled.
dude.
Fucking.
I'm just saying.
Are we
you-
canceling
okay.
Bob the Builder next because fuck construction workers?
All right, man. So get this right. The only cop on Paw Patrol is a dog, okay? And his name is Chase. And Chase is always on the case. My little brother absolutely
let's-
loves Paw Patrol, so I'm an expert on this.
Right.
Okay. Now you tell me that if you cancel Paw Patrol, that Chase is going to go home to his wife and puppies, okay, and be like, I lost my job. What are we going to do? Chase did nothing wrong. Chase did nothing. No, Chase is not off the case. He can't be.
would be.
He can't be.
Chase comes home and goes, honey, honey, I'm sorry, but I lost the job. I don't know how we're going to support the kids. And he starts crying, and his wife's like, honey, I know, we're going to figure things out. It's okay. And he's like, I just don't know what we're going to do. And then there's a slow pan out of like her comforting him and him like crying with his cop hat on.
His cop hat. He just drops it because it's like it's so.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get to. Is are we canceling Family Guy because Family Guy has a cop and Joe Swanson's in it?
Yeah, they were trying to do the same thing with Miles Morales.
If someone touches, let me just tell you right now. If they cancel, if Joe Swanson gets taken out of Family Guy,
oh no,
I'll meet you guys in an hour with pitchforks and torches.
All right, I'm in.
And we're gonna go murder Seth MacFarlane. Okay, cool.
Yes.
What? Why Seth MacFarlane?
It'll be his decision.
That means we'll be killing literally half.
Well, what if the
cast.
people above him are like, nah, you can't do this anymore because Joe Swanson.
What if Joe Swanson? What if it's like a Cleveland situation? Like he's the one who wants to do it.
Dude, I can understand why Cleveland's voice actor stepped down because he's saying a person of color should be playing. But I feel like if you discriminate your color versus the character's color, that's also kind of racist, but in a different way. That's more. It's
a character.
And you're just doing it now.
Seth MacFarlane's playing a dog.
He's not a fucking dog.
It's a fake show.
We need to hire Harvey Weinstein to play Quagmire then.
There's black voice actors that play white characters.
And that's okay. Like I feel like and he does a brilliant job too.
He was in Pulp Fiction too.
He was.
I say whether they're black, white, brown, purple, if they do the job well, leave them alone.
Voice acting is the one medium that exists that you can play a character.
Damn,
whatever
boy.
you look like, or your skin,
thick.
Your skin color is completely wrong.
Right. That should be
like it. Literally, it doesn't matter what color you are because nobody sees that behind your voice if you do your job right.
Like, let me give you an example.
To give an example, I didn't know until Cleveland got canceled that he wasn't black.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That's how little it matters.
Yes.
No one's ever watched Family Guy, heard Cleveland, and go, "That's definitely a white guy." Like,
yeah,
what?
no one ever.
Yeah, no one even.
If anything, I'll go. That's not his real voice.
He had his own show that was around the black family in Cleveland Brown's family.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he played that as a white guy the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it matter now?
Yeah, why does it matter now?
Why didn't you step down in the first couple seasons?
That's just like you're not addressing the real racism and the real problems that we face as a society. You're just pandering to people at that point, and you're not helping anybody.
That's not what anybody actually wants.
Mm-hmm.
Like, good fucking lord, people just want police reform. That's literally all anybody is asking for.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to go out in there and say this, okay? And I'm probably going to get some hate for this because that's just how people are nowadays. But all cops are not bad. However, there are some cops who are pigs. Like, that's it. There are some.
Here's the problem with police is that they like develop that us versus them mentality. They've been through enough encounters where they have to worry about their own safety that they get to a point where whenever they encounter someone, that thought, they instantly go into, I got to get home safe tonight to see my family type mode. So that's a problem. Like, that's a sign of PTSD to me. If you ask me, if you're worried about your safe life and safety every single day, you're bound to get antsy. I'm not justifying anything.
No, absolutely.
But definitely people need to get breaks. Maybe a police department should hire double the staff, and half the year some of the cops work office work, and then the other half they go out and better training. Of course.
So that way they're not on the field all the time. I feel like
that's less hand-me-down military shit.
I feel like if they're on the road all the time, every day, they get that us versus them mentality, and that's when you start seeing the veteran cops that are like notoriously assholes.
Officer Humes.
Officer Humes, a prime example. That dude's been in an actual shootout.
He has.
That guy should have taken a break off for PTSD. He almost drew a gun on me for turning my speaker off my bike. That guy legitimately has, like, I'm not a psychologist, but it definitely seems like that guy has some kind of PTSD going on.
Unresolved issues.
Yeah, those cops need a break. Like, they're not superhuman. They're not perfect, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's scary, the whole situation.
Did you hear about what happened in the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone recently?
Yeah, didn't, like, a bunch of unarmed, like, black people get shot or something?
Two unarmed black teenagers, one of them 17, one of them 14, They stole a Jeep in the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, and they were zooming around.
That's the zone that they protested and said the police aren't allowed in because the police always kill unarmed black people. And then they killed unarmed black people.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just saying, if you are
story.
unarmed, if that man is unarmed, don't reach for the gun, period.
Mhm.
Period. Don't.
Well, you don't know they're unarmed, so just keep your hand
Well, the
on your
windows
hip.
were up.
Yeah, like don't
didn't
draw it
think
unless
it
you are
was-
absolutely sure, because too many people have died like that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So what happened was they stole a Jeep, and they were doing donuts and fucking around, and the Chaz security rolled up and opened fire on the fucking Jeep first. Shot first, asked questions never. So the kids, they panicked, hit the gas, and started zooming through the Capitol Hill.
If me and
Autonomous
John
Zone.
are chilling in the truck, especially if you got to consider that they're young guys and you're young, like we're just kind of in our own world at times. Like we might just be laughing and goofing about something in the truck. If me and John are parked outside of a gas station or somewhere, like I know obviously they stole the vehicle, but
Yes.
like let's just say that for like simplicity's sake that we're just hanging out, and even if they are cops, if they start lighting up the windows, I don't care they're cops. I'm starting the car. We're leaving. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get out if I'm getting
And these
lit
guys
up.
don't even-
No.
These guys don't even wear uniforms.
Who would do that?
So
I'm
what?
gonna go.
They don't even wear
Fuck
uniforms
out of
either.
this
There's
bitch.
nothing identifying them as Chaz security.
Well,
Jack
then
would have been like,
fuck that.
whoa. Jack would get out. Guys, let's just
Guys,
take
it's
it
okay.
easy.
Jack gets lit up. We just leave.
Oh, Jesus.
Fuck that.
During this-
Sorry, Jack. I love you, man, but like, we're not going down too.
Right.
The
So
sad thing is, if it's any of us and they got out in that situation, you can't save them.
You can't. There's nothing you
Yeah.
can do. Those are guns. Unless you're Superman, you can get out, block every
With
bullet.
your
Like
chest,
you're not doing
or
anything.
laser
There's
vision, the
nothing
bullets
you
as
can
they're
do.
coming.
Like,
as these teenagers are riding around, the car flips. One of them is hanging halfway out the fucking driver's side window, and the other one is still hanging from the roof because the seatbelt held on. That's the 14-year-old. The 17-year-old's hanging out the the side window. And one of the Chaz security guards, a lot of people are saying,
opt to live in this area. By the way,
yes,
all those people that are living in this area that went through this
if they weren't,
chose to live there
if
because
they weren't business owners, that would be better.
they chose to live there, which they're not. They're 17 to 14. So and they chose to live there, or you could argue their parents did, but either way.
Well,
They
some
that's an
people-
optional place to live, and they chose living in that area, and they thought that was a good idea to live where
from
there's
what
not real police.
from
That's
what
just a
I've
terrible idea.
Yeah.
from what
That's a
I've
terrible
heard,
idea.
they were people who
There
came
may be
into
bad-
Chaz.
There may be bad cops, and there definitely are bad cops, but I will 100% of the time trust my life in the hands of having the chance of having a bad apple cop than be in an area where they're not trained at all and they
Where
just
they're not-
happen to have
Mhm.
guns.
Yeah, and they're
Like,
trigger happy. As
Yeah,
fuck.
they're trigger
Fuck
happy as
that.
fuck.
The
No.
worst part is
Because you think if cops have bad trigger discipline when they get scared, imagine someone who's never been in that situation ever, and they roll up on a cop.
I know.
A lot
I
of
would.
these
I'm
guys are
like
private
if
security.
Right.
if I was like just
Have you seen
a
private
not police
security? They're
officer.
usually they're like neighborhood pool security half the time. Like they don't.
Yeah.
know
Oh
jack
yeah.
shit.
They don't know what the fuck
So-
they're doing.
Yeah. Like,
this. I had a little bit extra to add after the
Okay.
kid was hanging out the window. So a lot of people are saying this is the head of Chaz security. That's never been confirmed, but regardless, you hear in the video, and some people claimed this. You hear him walk, over to the car, and you hear him say, "Oh, you're still alive, aren't you?" And then you hear, and it's just slapping for a solid minute. And apparently, he pistol whipped him for a solid fucking minute.
You can kill someone with one pistol.
Yeah. With
Yeah.
one pistol whip.
that
kill
guy's
somebody.
100% dead.
Yeah. What the fuck
And he was
is wrong
still
with
alive after that. So he
Oh
whipped
my
out the
God.
pistol and shot him in the head, execution style.
What
You
the
can
fuck
hear
is
the
wrong with that?
gunshot.
No, then that guy should be locked up for life.
There,
Yeah,
he
he
did.
murdered
There's
that.
no
He
cops
murdered
there.
There's no.
And the
Have the
14-year-old
other cops that aren't real cops
They need to
do the
send.
cop work and
I'm
kill
not.
them.
I'm not a person that
Put 'em to
believes
death.
in. God, I don't remember the name of that. Where they send the military in. You guys all know the
yeah.
name. I just don't remember.
What's it? What's
the
it
National
fucking?
Guard.
Yeah, but what's the term?
It's where the military rolls in
And they
place
just-
of the police.
Martial law.
Martial law.
They need to execute martial law in that town and get
They
shit under
need to.
control. Shit's
Yeah.
getting out of hand and bad.
I believe Chaz is done now. I think it's completely shut
Thank
down.
God. You know what's funny? I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there.
But so anyway, the
That's too
17-year-old
stupid.
is dead, and the 14-year-old is currently in critical condition.
God damn.
He got shot like 4 times or something,
Jesus Christ.
and it's just an unfortunate situation.
That's just sad.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I think of someone that young. I think of like Eli and his
Yeah,
cousin.
like a little
Yeah.
brother, a little sister, a little cousin,
Yeah.
something like that.
The father of the guy who was killed said something along the lines of, "The National Guard needs to step in."
Yeah.
He wanted Chaz completely destroyed.
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying,
I
like,
agree.
if that was my son or daughter, I'd want that whole town burned to the ground.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand.
I'd raise hell.
Absolutely.
Hell, if I'm a dad and I see or find out about this like these police that killed like my son and like, you know, his friend, or almost killed my son's friend and killed my son, I would already have this mindset, but it would be even strengthened by the fact that there's not a legit police force to hunt me down once I do this. I'm going in there and I'm hunting that dude down. I'm going to kill him.
Yeah.
Like 100%. And I guarantee you, you ask any dad in America, 95% of them would agree. They're gonna go kill that dude. They're gonna, and especially if you know you're not getting caught. Hell yeah! Like we're hopping in that Jeep tonight and finding
gonna
those
go find
motherfuckers.
somebody up.
Right.
Satellite GPS track. You're not gonna know.
You're not going anywhere, buddy. All right. Let's switch topics. Let's switch to,
because this is getting depressing.
It is getting depressing.
It'd be like that.
So
I'm chugging all the coffee and energy drinks I can, and I'm still getting tired.
No.
At Jack.
Yeah. Have you ever got? I don't know why I'm talking to the
camera.
Yeah,
talking to chat here.
Yeah, that's a habit. I do it mostly to look at myself, but I try not to talk to the people while I'm like. But Nick Avocado, whatever the fuck is dumbass. The guy who like cried in that one video where he had like that plate of food and like 4 of the nuggets fell off the plate and he literally genuinely bawled his eyes out like his family just died. He's like ugly cried for like a minute. Like because 4 chicken nuggets fell off the plate.
That motherfucker is disturbing.
That motherfucker. And have you seen the videos of him back in like 2014? That motherfucker was like slim and very well.
Been like that.
He was slim, well spoken, and he seemed sane. And then his new videos, he like cried in his car for like 3 hours.
Never stop feeding the cat.
He was talking to himself for like 3 hours and like crying in his car and just eating and shit. That dude like is in serious danger. He needs help.
But it's very entertaining.
It is funny. It's like
it's getting to that point where it's not funny anymore.
Where it's just like you just feel bad because you're like, I don't want to keep watching this. This guy needs help.
This one gem from that video is oh god, he's like sitting in his car outside of a fast food joint. Okay, don't play it yet. Wait for it. This guy is sitting. You need the password.
Yeah, here I got it. I'll pull it up.
Okay. This guy. Look up Nikocado. Screams in his car or something. I don't know. Don't play the audio yet though.
No,
that's what he was reviewing.
So he's sitting. Yeah, he was reviewing his chicken sandwich, but it really turned into like a 3-hour ugly cry session about his life problems, and he legitimately seemed like he was on the brink of suicide towards the end of it, which was scary to watch. But the beginning actually started out kind of funny before you realize how much the stress he was in, because he starts off and he's reviewing the chicken sandwich.
I don't. The chicken sandwich.
And he's reviewing the chicken sandwich, and he's sitting there.
I got the phone pulled up, but you pull it up because I don't remember which video it is.
He has the chicken sandwich, right? And he's sitting in the car, and he's sitting there, and he goes, "Today we're gonna be reviewing," and he looks like he's down, like he should have never started recording in this state.
Right.
He's like, we got the Popeye's chicken sandwich, and he like shows it, and he's like, and he opens the box and he goes, Popeye's chicken sandwich. And he goes, and he keeps doing it like 4 or 5 times. And he takes a bite out of it. Chicken sandwich. He takes a bite out of it, and then he like opens the top, and he's like, Popeye's chicken sandwich. And then he opens it one more time, and he goes, Popeye's chicken sandwich.
I found meltdown.
He puts it in the
car.
box, and then he sits there for a second, and he sets it down, and he goes, and he like looks at the camera like he's fighting it so hard. He goes, no!
Right, I'm just gonna play the audio.
He's such a fucking sad individual.
Try to find the.
No! All right. That's a great part. I'll show the guys first, and I'll show the king.
Oh my god.
Look at his
So
fucking.
bad.
He's like bashing the headrest as hard as he fucking can.
Yeah, Charlie horse.
Jesus fuck. This is like watching the ramblings of an insane man.
He literally is insane. That's fucking disturbing to watch.
Hey, look at Nintendo shit cube.
Hold on.
All right,
You're
yeah,
going-
relax. What's going on with that?
Yep. He's like,
There's that video of him smashing.
Here we go. Now he gets. Here we go. Oh my god!
yeah, oh my god.
That legitimately made me like uncomfortable as fuck. When
Like,
he was like,
because you genuinely, like, this
You
dude
feel bad
who's
for him.
been making videos for a while, and you've seen what he started out as, and it just, you can see his,
The
like, mental
progression.
deterioration.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
fucking
we're laughing, but
Crazy.
It's,
It's,
like
it's uncomfortable, because, like, then you realize how real that shit is.
yeah,
He was just a guy.
yeah.
we're all laughing, but it's like an uncomfortable laugh. Like we don't feel comfortable. Like, and it's just a nervous laugh because you don't know what else to do.
Bro, you better back the fuck up. I got some gummy nunchucks.
Some gum chucks.
Wait, I want to wait.
I gotta show you guys.
Wait. I want to have a good segment of me just ASMR gummy tapping the mic. Okay, that's all I wanted. All right. Who wants the gummies? Who wants the gummy nunchucks? They've been blessed by our microphone.
Hey, John,
Yes.
someone just said something in the chat.
I really hope he's faking it for followers. He's not.
He is
actually.
not.
I
He's
know
not.
he is, too.
He's not.
He's
I
not
know he's
faking that
but
at all.
that's part of me that really
I wish he was faking it, but you can honestly tell the sincerity in that. He's
Yeah.
not faking it.
He's having a mental.
He's gotten help before and it hasn't worked out.
Yeah. At one point, he goes, "I really need help."
You can't fake it for
Like,
views. That
yeah.
dude started the video upset and cried in his car for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The video's 3 hours long of him just crying and saying like I'm sorry
Oh, really?
and like saying like please forgive me and
I
like
skipped that part. I'm
And
sorry.
that he needs.
that's why you guys were laughing and I was like guys like
just
relax like you're like backing it up and he's like he looks like he's on the brink of suicide.
I was-
You're like
that's great.
you're like Mr. Krabs. You're like look at him
Kinda missing the
suffer.
Arr.
Like relax.
There was kind of a different point that we were trying to put there.
I
instead of-
I wasn't
Look
laughing
at him
because it was like it was funny. I was laughing because like I didn't know what else to do.
You guys remember that
This is
episode
just
of SpongeBob
No, what are you
where
talking
Mr. Krabs laughs at the health inspector
yeah.
dying?
Yeah, he's
and
like,
he goes,
oh, look at him choke.
And he goes, look at him choke. And they like bag up on the ground for a minute, and then they go, look at him suffer. Like, oh my
Because they thought he
God.
was a health inspector? I don't think that man's life is forfeit because he's a fucking health
The motherfucker
inspector.
was doing his
Yeah.
job, and you're laughing at him dying.
The only
Oh my
I will say the
God.
only reason
Jesus Christ.
the only
Like, I
reason
knew Mr. Krabs was a dick, but oh my fucking God.
I will say the only reason I was laughing was because it's a very odd situation and I don't know what
To
the fuck
be
else to
reviewing
do.
a chicken sandwich and be
Just have a mental
Popeye's
breakdown.
chicken
Yeah.
sandwich. I want to know what could you possibly be going through that makes you
Yeah.
like
That's mental health.
You're in the middle of a food review.
that's like someone who legitimately has like bipolar depression
Like,
or something.
Yeah, he needs fucking help.
Yeah.
And the worst part is that.
And he's admitted that. He's admitted that he needs help.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the worst part is
I
that.
think he said it in that video at one point. He's crying, and then he goes like, I need help or something like that.
And one point, in most of these videos that he takes, besides the ones where he's actually talking to his fans and really getting to know them and appreciate them, there are moments and instances of his life where it's not necessary to put this stuff out. But let's say with him and his husband or ex-husband, Orland in this case, they're back together recently, which is a surprise.
I mean, good for him at least.
Yeah, good for him.
It's just the fact that Orland has stated many times that he's mean, he's rude, he's toxic off camera,
Yeah.
and he doesn't know how to take care of himself.
Yeah, he's like a man. But the thing is like he didn't used to be like that. People always describe. You can look up how he looked before. Like there's videos
I've
of him on
seen-
YouTube.
I've
He's
seen
very
pictures of him.
slim. He's very well spoken. He's smart.
It's very calm.
No, not even any homo stuff. He was just a good-looking dude back then. Like he just
Yeah, he was.
looked like looked like healthy and like normal. And it's like two different people.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem the same at all.
He's like Lindsay Lohan pre and post alcohol and cocaine.
Actually, I haven't
If you've never seen those, they're really fucking sad.
To be fair,
she looks horrible.
I don't really know much about Lindsay Lohan either. I was just never that into her.
Right.
I only know about it because my mom really liked Mean Girls growing up, and we watched it all the time.
Do you guys remember as a kid when Britney Spears was like the talk and how
Yeah.
Mhm.
it seems like she fell apart for like 9 years straight.
What does she
Like,
do
when
now?
people complained about her, not complained, but always said like, man, she's going downhill. But I remember hearing the phrase like, man, Britney Spears is going downhill from like 2005 to like 2014. Like it felt like forever she was going downhill. Like how far downhill can you go? Like
Yeah, she hit rock bottom, bounced back up. She's fine now.
she hit rock bottom and like went deeper down or something.
She hit the bedrock.
She was
That's not just darkness. This
That's
is advanced
advanced
darkness.
Yeah.
Remember when she shaved her head?
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I'm just saying, I've never seen a fall
That's like the
as high as Miley Cyrus's at the VMAs like years ago.
Oh,
stereotypical.
I still can't look at her the same.
That's like stereotypical, like you always see in movies, like shave your head, like the girl shaves her head and like rubs makeup all over her face. Like, look at you, Brittany, you whore, you slut. No wonder Chad doesn't love you anymore. Like
Tiffany, you slut!
Tiffany, you home-wrecking slut,
Fucking whore!
like that's just like a
Jesus.
that's like a
Oh,
stereotypical like she created that
female
trope
rock
of,
star,
like,
like,
The crazy bitch who shaves her head. Yeah.
yeah, she created like the crazy girl like talking shit to herself in the mirror.
Does it?
La 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 la.
What is it? I was gonna sing a Britney Spears song and do it, but I don't actually know.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Or Toxic.
Yeah, we're toxic.
Well,
That one is
Chad
actually pretty
brings
good.
out his
Well,
barren face.
Oh my god,
His
she
barren
just
face.
beat up face from fucking Chad. Beat the shit. Oh my god.
Yeah, and then Stacy.
I'm just saying, if Chad's doing that, he's not a
He's
Chad.
not a Chad.
He's
His
not a
name,
Chad.
his name might be Chad, but he's not a
But
Chad.
you're still a virgin.
Yeah.
Because even if you've gotten laid before, if you do something stupid, you're back to being a
there
If
is
virgin.
you do
different
something
term.
stupid, we
Revoke.
revoke your
We
Chad
force the
card.
B card
Your
back
feelings.
onto
And
you.
you get the B card, which is the Brad card. A Brad is a Chad in everything except for personality.
Huh.
They have the looks and they have the charisma, but they don't have any.
I mean, I don't know. I know some Chads that aren't that pleasant to look at, but like if you get a grip of their personality,
Right,
those are the coolest motherfuckers I've ever met.
Right.
Of course, there's exceptions.
Where are we at now?
So many
We're
people.
almost a minute. How about we cut it off
Okay.
at 1:25?
Yeah, we
We'll
can
cut
do
this
that.
one shorter.
Yeah, we can do that.
Just because.
Well, the other one was an hour and 6 minutes.
Okay, so as long as my only goal is for growth in terms of being able to sustain it up until like when we really start doing it well and we're really on our shit, I want them to be like about 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
It's like a good
All right,
podcast.
yeah, we
length.
could do something like that.
And then
And if it's like a
eventually
really
it'll
good
stretch
one,
out.
like if we're really laughing and on a roll and it's like really fucking good, we'll go for like 3.
Yeah.
Three is like usually when you should start. Like
So, anybody here excited for any new games that are coming out?
I am.
Poker Tournament 2016 is coming out soon.
Epic.
Whatever the
Nice.
fuck that is. I don't even know if that's a real game. I might have just made that up.
Probably is.
Back when I was like 6 years old on the original Xbox, I always played Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Oh yeah.
And there's a remaster of that coming out, of the
Yeah.
first and second one, and they're like revamping the game a little bit, but they're mostly just remastering it. And I'm not into skateboarding in real life at all. Like I have done it maybe once,
I did.
and I can't wait for that game. That game's gonna be fun as shit, bro.
I can't wait for Cyberpunk. They've delayed it again, and I'm so
Yeah.
angry.
Is that the game you can like modify your genitals?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can. You can
What
have,
are
you
you
can have a
talking
female
about? What?
character, but you can have a
actually
cock.
You could be a tranny, bro.
Dude,
Yeah, you
that
can
is
get
that
food.
is
You could be a lady boy.
You can be a Thai lady boy and
You
lure
could be an
Jack to
Asian
you.
lady.
and Lord
Oh,
Jack
God.
for cheap cigarettes and 12-year-olds. Because that's what Jack's into.
I say that as a joke, but you can't actually do that.
Yeah, that's.
I just want to know what about video games? So this is Cyberpunk.
You know what's
right?
even
Yeah,
more
Cyberpunk.
disgusting?
Why would you even want to? What's the
Why does
point
that
of having-
matter?
Why does it matter?
Because apparently you can get head and shit like that.
That's
Oh,
so stupid.
why?
You want to know something that's
Just
Why not?
go get laid.
you want to know something that's even more disgusting than that?
Why not, bro?
Imagine making a man character that's got a pussy, bro. That's disgusting. That's worse than a
That's-
chick with a dick, bro.
That's a proper.
That's
Like
what
you
the
pull
hell?
the pants down, you expect to see them up.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Also,
You
apparently,
should
you
never
can-
be. I mean, you do your thing if you're gay or whatever, but
Right.
like if you're not, you're never pulling the pants down hoping for a dick. You're like, please, the dick, please. Like if you're straight, that's the last thing you want to see smack you in the face. You know what I'm saying?
But now
Yeah.
that'll add replay value though, because I can go through
You
it.
could-
It's like
you could do
15
different-
things.
You could do a different playthroughs with different dicks.
Scariest
It'd be
part
awesome.
Yeah.
is that nowadays.
This time I want a chode.
Apparently, you can.
I'm
also
thinking
be
long and
circumcised.
skinny next
You
time.
can be circumcised.
I
and
just-
uncircumcised,
I
apparently.
want my next playthrough to be
Fuck,
40.
It's weird as shit. I love it.
I want my next playthrough to be 80% balls and 20% dick. I want to have in this playthrough. I want to have a tiny
The
little dick
ratio.
and balls the size of grapefruits.
Can you? All right, here's the thing, Tyler. Can you have
So
a
stupid.
dick but no balls?
I hope you.
Would you
I
rather?
think
Here's
so.
a
Yeah.
question: would you rather have a dick with no balls or balls with no dick?
You
I would
mean
say
gun
a
with
dick
no
with
no
dick,
balls.
dick with no balls, because then I don't really have to worry about how I sit down. Like,
What
you
about what about you guys?
I
I already have my answer.
well, you pee out your dick, so I need that.
What if? Imagine you have a pee hole no matter what.
Well, I have to sit down, and I don't want to do that.
Here, I'll give you my answer. I would rather have a dick with no balls, and I'll tell you why.
No balls.
Because, and I've thought about this before. I've really delved into like the thought process behind
That's
this. And
deep thinking.
I did, and I'll tell you why I think this. I think this way because if you have a dick with no balls, you can always get testosterone treatments, and your sex drive will be there, and you may not be
check
able.
the chat. That's Jeremy.
Oh, what's up, bro?
Fucking Jeremy.
What's
I don't know
happening?
how long ago you said that, but you are a sexy bitch as well.
Okay, you came in at the
Oh.
perfect time, Jeremy. What would you rather have, a dick with no balls or a balls with no dick? I'd have a dick with no balls, and I'll tell you why. Because you can always get testosterone treatments, and you'll have your testosterone back. Because if you don't have testosterone, you'll get all depressed and like low energy.
You can even get a prosthetic testicles. too.
Yeah, I've heard that. So you could always do that and then function normal. But if
Yeah.
you don't have a dick and you just got balls, now you have a sex drive and you've got nothing to let it out with.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the?
Now you got
that's
ammo
torture.
and no gun.
Unless you
Yeah,
know-
exactly.
Yeah.
Would you rather have the gun and no ammo when you can always find ammo later, or would you rather just permanently not have a gun? Like, you can never own a gun, but you can collect all the ammo you want.
You could switch.
Like that's
You could switch types
Unironically,
and switch
Cyberpunk
between
looks fucking
shells.
awesome.
so we can switch ammo types.
I think Jeremy.
I can get a prosthetic nut that gives me like extra
Okay,
testosterone.
Jeremy
Like,
answered. He
"Ah!"
said there
Or
was just a
armor
minute
piercing
ago.
rounds.
Oh right.
Cyberpunk looks great though, and I'm very.
It does. Back off that absolute insanity of a topic.
Yeah. I proposed.
we got really
completely normal.
passionate about dick and balls there for a minute. So
I
let's
proposed it
just
as a-
reclaim our
as a
heterosexuality for a minute.
completely fucking normal topic, and it went so far
Yeah.
off the rails so fast.
Yeah, it did.
I can barely put this gummy bear
25 seconds. So we got about 23 more minutes left.
Mm.
How about okay? We just got to be at 6. I say let's stop at 110. I'm gonna keep lowering it until it's like okay. Let's stop right now.
Yeah,
Like,
Let's stop 42 minutes
let's
ago.
stop 40 seconds ago.
yeah. bro.
42 minutes ago. Let's stop 20 minutes ago.
All right,
Let's stop before we even started. Bro.
Yeah.
Let's go
Let's
back
just
in
never
time.
do a podcast.
Let's just
We've
let's
never
just
done it.
delete this and never.
Never do it again.
Yeah,
Stop
never,
before we
never
start.
post a VOD for this.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Never post a VOD for this. Just delete it from.
Oh, bro!
universe.
You can see we totally ate all these THC gummy bears. These THC gummy
Covers
bears.
the label.
I'm covering like the nutrition information and the label.
Just that way they can't tell. So
I'll
that
be
way
back,
that nobody
guys.
knows that none of it's THC.
That way they know that it's 100% THC, nothing but THC. In fact, there's no gummy.
There's no gummy.
A
It's
solid
all-
THC. It's THC crystal. It doesn't
What
have
the
a
fuck are you
flavor.
doing?
What are you doing? All right, Kodjo's on shenanigans. That's how you know that he's getting restless and it's time to start
Yeah.
start
I call
rapping.
shenanigans on Kodjo.
I want some damn Wawa coffee. Can you see it? You can see it. Jeremy, they recently we're sponsored by a Wawa. Gotta have a Wawa.
Yes, sir.
But I recently got this coffee. I guess I'm gonna talk to the group now.
Mhm.
I had this coffee. I've always liked Wawa coffee. I usually get at least one in the morning. I can't drink two. Two will give me a headache. It's just too much caffeine.
Yeah.
But lately they've had this. It's called blueberry cobble or something. It's like vanilla with blueberry or something. And usually I just kind of drink coffee like it's like it's just I like the stimulating effect a little bit, like wakes you up in the morning kind of. I like the flavor a little bit. I would drink this if it didn't like give me a headache. I would drink this for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, bro. I think this shit's fucking delicious when it's warm. This has been sitting for like since we went to
forgot they
Wawa
had
like
To Catch a
noon.
Predator on the TV.
Yeah, To Catch
That-
Predators actually.
It keeps cut. That dude.
That dude looks like. Dude,
You know-
it looks like the dude who would work out like a Valero.
He looks 7 and 48 at the same time.
Be like
It's
that.
a miracle.
Hey Wes, do you remember that story of mine like a year back when it was alcohol-free beer at a restaurant? I do remember that. In fact, I think I know the name of one of them. It's called O'Doul's.
Alcohol-free beer. What the
Yeah, there's
fuck?
this beer called O'Doul's, and they only make alcohol-free beer.
Why would you?
I don't understand. I don't understand. Maybe if you like really like the flavor, but like you're fucking you have a problem, like you're Jack. If you have one, you gotta have like 7. So you just can't have real alcohol. I don't know.
Yeah, me. I drink vodka like water. John see me do it.
We saw Jack. Dude, I don't know how he did it. He drank fucking gin straight out of the bottle.
Oh,
That's rough.
Oh.
That's like like you're drinking hand sanitizer.
yeah. Neat tequila is pretty bad too.
My favorite alcohol is probably like flavored vodka in a mixed drink. And if it's not flavored vodka in a mixed drink, if it's just shots, I'm like bumpkin about it. I like fucking Fireball.
Yeah,
Fireball's
I just
good.
like strong whiskey in general. Any good whiskey is cool by me.
27 beers and 3 shots of tequila in 2.5 hours. Mother of God.
How are you not dead?
How are you still alive?
Jesus Christ.
He goes, I'm not. Like it's Jeremy's ghost hacking the chat, bro.
Fuck.
Dude, I would
So,
die. I would die after how many beers? Oh, dude. Oh, Jesus Christ, John. Would you rather have to do 27 beers over the course of a night or 3 shots of tequila all at once?
3 shots of tequila.
3 shots of tequila.
I think I could do the 27 beers.
I do the 3 shots.
Depends on what kind. Are they like really? Are they like? What kind of beer was it? Was it like a Bud Light or was it a thick, heavy beer? Because we drink these like fucking people.
Jeremy's.
People will call these like female alcohol, but I don't give a shit. These things are good as fuck. They don't like make you feel bloated, but they're actually stronger than the average beer. I think. What's the average beer? 4.5.
Or
I can't
5.
remember.
They might be a little weaker or just about average, but they serve the same purpose. It's the same amount as in a can,
Right.
but it doesn't make you feel bloated. Like I don't know how much you've drank, Kodjo, but when you drink beers that aren't like this, like it makes your stomach feel bloated, like you ate something bad.
Like
Yeah.
for
And it
example,
fucks with you, like it fucks with your ability to continue drinking because your stomach starts getting raw.
like I've had tequila and aged whiskey, and like
Mhm.
it'll feel smooth down.
Michello?
Michelob?
Michelangelo?
Michelob Ultra? Michelob?
4.7. That's 2.2% stronger than this, but he
Okay.
drank 27 of them.
Oh, God.
Damn.
27 and 3 shots of tequila. Woo. I haven't had shots of tequila, but all I've heard about tequila is that it fucks you up and it's
Yeah.
rough on your like head in the morning.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
heard that.
You're gonna wake up and be Puerto
Tequila will
Rican.
give
You're gonna wake up dead, bro. Just looked at me all serious.
How do you wake up
Oh,
dead?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you're gonna wake up dead.
Oh, absolutely.
That was a
Yeah,
joke.
just wake up dead.
Yep.
Rule of thumb.
Why was that the rule of thumb? Did
You got like serious as fuck. How you gonna wake up dead? Like I don't know. I had to like put my head under the fucking
you put your head under the microphone to read the chat.
Yeah.
Maneuver 5, Plan B.
120. So the podcast is winding down.
We're winding down
115.
here,
Like I said, I'm gonna keep whittling it down, like trying to get it closer to our time. What's going on?
I'm just chilling.
What's happening, Peter?
I'm just chilling,
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, hey, Peter. Hey, Peter. I'm gonna pull this back a little bit.
Like, Peter. What
Just
the
know
fuck,
you're not
Peter?
peeking the microphone.
Yeah, I probably was for a little bit there, but I wasn't yelling either. You know, so I kind of.
Yeah, you can't have me near the microphone. I'm too loud.
You want to see if the other Tyler wants to slide?
Sure.
If he's watching this.
He might be. Probably not.
Probably
There's
not.
3, and I'm gonna assume.
Third's Jeremy.
Yeah, it's Jeremy, Kaylee, and him.
Run, Jeremy.
Run, Jeremy, run.
You said Ron Jeremy.
Oh, Ron. Oh.
The man famous for having a giant mustache.
Yep, just his mustache, though. Yeah. Kodjo, stop. That's 100 milligrams of THC, dude. You're going to OD. You're going to OD. Dude, dude, what will your mom think when she finds your corpse?
Why are you giving John a rape face while you're fucking eating gummy bears?
Dude, it doesn't
You did that
even
to me,
matter.
too.
He's always giving me a rape face. Always.
He's preparing.
He wants my balls. Not even my cock, just the balls.
And he's going to get them by force.
Because Kojo's stronger than me, so no matter what, I'm getting laid tonight.
It's like that Joe Rogan joke about Brock Lesnar. Like, I'm not saying that he is a rapist, but if he wanted to fuck you, he's going to fuck you.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Joe Rogan just puts him in a rear naked choke like a fucking chimp.
Hey, you remember that video was fucking amazing.
Hey, cocksucker, you take shit that makes your head grow.
Take a look at
Oh, Joe Diaz. They're taking shit to make a fucking head grow. What kind of shit are they on? It's a good point, though. What the hell kind of steroids are you on where it's so strong that the muscles in your head make your head fucking... Like, that can't be natural.
Yeah, it makes your fucking
You have
skull
to see his
swell.
You have to see his high school picture.
Have you
where
seen him now?
has-
He looks like a deflated balloon. He had to get off of him, and now his body, like, can't provide testosterone to save his life. Like, his balls must shriveled up, bro. He can't do
That already
shit.
happens when you're taking
Jonathan just looks
testosterone. It
deeply
shrivels your
depressed
balls because they
about
stop being useful because your body's taking the testosterone.
Yeah, your
supplements.
brain
Yeah.
starts, or not your brain, like your body starts like thinking that it doesn't need to produce it anymore, and eventually your body will lose its learned. That's not.
It'll lose its
Operating.
potential.
It'll lose its like knowledge on how to produce its own testosterone.
Yo, text me the address to the shop.
Sure.
Like,
It's basically the you gain a lot and gain so much, and then in the end you just lose it all.
And the bad thing about it is that
I'm not on
like if you're
steroids, but-
smart, you could be on steroids, and then like there's a way to do it right if you do steroids.
intermittently.
And then intermittently, and then at a certain time you stop. I don't know what the time frame is, but you stop and then you maintain it through like actual hard work, which you could argue is how The Rock got so big because The Rock didn't. The Rock, I mean, maybe it's legit. I could be terribly wrong, but he was a WWE star. WWE guys are known for that shit, and he might have just done it the smart way because you can get to a certain size with steroids and then maintain that by just hard work and dedication. And like you could get off of them and keep the size, you know. And if anybody did that, I'm willing to bet it was The Rock. Because The Rock could pick us, two of us up, two of us in each hand, and like walk us out to the truck, bro. Like that dude's fucking.
He's scary.
He is fucking scary. He's not scary for being like an intimidating guy. He's scary because he's like built like a truck.
Same thing with like Shaq.
Yeah, dude.
Shaq.
Shaq's even. Have you ever been into
Shaq's
like
a
a
big
store
softer.
where you see his like they use those cutouts a lot? You notice?
Yeah.
Like in stores they use his cutouts a lot. And but yeah, have you ever seen the cutouts? Like I'm not even up to his nipple, bro.
Yeah. He's like 7'2" or
He's
something.
Shaq?
yeah. All right, I think we're about to wrap this up, guys. Seems like we're all winding down a little bit.
Yeah.
This is episode 2, and remember.
Oh, hold on. We got one more sponsor here. Thank you to Audible for sponsoring this episode of the podcast.
Audible, listen to
Books.
books.
Don't read them. Don't challenge your brain at all. Have someone read them to you.
Have someone read them to you and have them comprehend the words for you.
And our
Don't
sponsor.
grow as a human being.
Hey, line
Kill
and
yourself.
And this is the end of our podcast. And always remember, if you put the toast in the fridge, don't leave it past midnight, or else he's gonna get it.
Daddy's long fingers will scritchy scratch into the locks.
I don't know what the fuck that means. Yes.
What an